In this video, I'm going to be reviewing the soundtrack from the F1 movie that has recently come out, starring Brad Pitt and a few other Hollywood stars. I'm just going to look at the very first track, which is called F1, which is the main theme for the film. And this soundtrack was created by a great composer who most people would know if you are into film music, called Hans Zimmer. He's written music for Lion King, Inception, Batman, so many different films he's known for, okay? So if you don't know about Hans Zimmer, you can Google him and check out more of his work. But today, I'm just going to focus on this soundtrack called F1. Now, why am I focusing on this soundtrack? Well, I think the soundtrack is very unique, and I'm going to share with you the things that I really like about this soundtrack. And hopefully, you may appreciate the soundtrack, or maybe you may not think it's that great yourself, but I would like to hear your thoughts and reviews in the comment section, okay? But what I want to say about this soundtrack is this. What I like about this soundtrack is the hybrid nature of the soundtrack. And what Hans Zimmer likes to do a lot is that he combines traditional orchestral music with synthesizers and more modern sounds. So in this particular soundtrack, you're hearing like the 80s drums with like heavy synth, gritty synth, with your traditional strings and horns and other sounds from the orchestra. You also hear like electric guitar as well, which is also not a part of the orchestra, but it's still like a live sound alongside the synthesized sounds. And what I really like about it is that it's really like it's got like a really like old school kind of 80s kind of vibe when you hear the music. It really takes you back to films like RoboCop and Beverly Hills Cop and those kind of films. And that's what I really like about the soundtrack. I like the changes, how it kind of evolves over time, how it kind of builds and how it kind of transitions with the main melody. The main melody is in the synth sound that you hear throughout, working alongside the arpeggiated synth bass in the background as well. And alongside that, you can hear obviously the horns come through and just like different elements coming through, and just the guitar. If you like listen very well, you hear all these different elements coming through in the soundtrack. And I was really wanting to kind of acknowledge all these different things that are happening. Even how the music's being played, it makes you feel like you're kind of running or kind of moving fast. I think the synth sound makes it feel that way. The arpeggiated synth makes it feel like there's something like moving or there's something about to happen. That's the kind of vibe it gives you. But I think overall, I'll give this soundtrack about 8 out of 10. I like the whole originality of it. I think I've not seen the film yet, to be completely transparent with you, so I'm yet to see the film and see how it all kind of works alongside with the film. But already hearing just the music makes me excited of how it will blend in with the picture. But if you have already seen the film, let me know what you think. Let me know if you think the music matched the actual film, if it worked with the film, if you feel it kind of added to the film, or even if you think maybe they could have done more to the music or made it a bit more modern, or even less modern, you know, whatever your thoughts are. I would love to hear some of your thoughts in the comment section. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to play the soundtrack to you, and then I want to do a short tutorial showing you how to play some of the parts in the actual soundtrack as well. So I'm teaching you some of these parts as well, if you're interested in learning. All right, and that'll be next up. So as I've been saying in this video, I'm going to give you a quick tutorial of this track. So I'm just going to play two parts. So the main melody part, which is played in the lead, or the synth lead to be exact. I'm using the Analog Dreams software from Native Instruments. And the other sound I'm using is the BBC Symphony Orchestra for the horn section in the piece. And that's from Spitfire Audio. So they're two great companies to get these sounds from. So let me quickly play the melody line. So just to be clear, guys, the synth sound that I'm using is not exactly the same as the one you hear in the soundtrack. So don't even try to compare. This is just a preset sound, synth sound that I heard on Analog Dreams that I thought was quite similar-ish. Okay, and same thing with the symphony orchestra as well. The horn doesn't sound exactly as the horn in the soundtrack. As the horn in the track is a real horn, and the one I'm using is actually a software horn. Okay, so it's not a real horn. Well, it is a real horn being sampled, but it's not like live. So let me now teach you the main melody line. So it goes like this, and I'll play it nice and slow for you. So play along with me, okay? So first part, I'll do it in sections. That's the first part. So it goes C, D, C, B, C, D, C, B, G. That's the first part. Okay, so work on that. And what you can probably do is play it on piano first, then change the sound to synth afterwards, if that works for you. Alright, so that's the first part. Then the next part is. So it goes B, C, C, B, B, C, C, B, G. Then you repeat that part again. Yeah, so basically you do that twice round. And then the next part is. So it's C, D, C, B, C, D, C, B, G. And try and get that melody right as well, okay? So that's the section before it goes up in pitch. So it goes up here. Yeah, it's like a nice, like a rise to the piece. So it goes E, F, F, E, E, F, F, E, A. Okay, so work on that. And then it goes. And then it goes like this. Then the next part goes like this. So it's D, E, E, D, D, E, E, D, C. Yep. So there's the first two parts. Then the next part goes. So D, E, E, D, D, E, E, D, G. Well, the final part that I'm going to go up to is up like this. So back to C, D, C, B, C, D, C, B, A. Sorry, G at the end. Yeah, so I'll do it one more time. C, D, C, B, C, D, C, B, G. So after that part, it goes a bit more intense and a bit more stuff going on with the melody and stuff. But that is all I will show you in regards to the right hand section. Then in the left hand, it goes like this. Hold it for 8 seconds. D. Go to A, 8 seconds. Then C. And G. And that's all you're playing in your left hand alongside the melody. So it goes like this. So last part. A little mistake there, but I hope you understand the idea. So the main thing to remember is holding down the left hand, each left hand note for 8 seconds as you're playing the right hand melody part. So play it like really slow to get it all together and sound in time. So that's how you play part of the main melody in the right hand, and also part of the left hand like bass section or synth bass section in the left hand. So the next part I'm going to show you is the horn section. So to play the horn section, it's pretty straightforward. I'll play it to you right now before I teach you it. those horns sound really nice. The BBC Symphony Orchestra horns, and I would definitely recommend you get it. It's free as well on the Spitfire Audio website. But yeah, let's get back on with the song. Let's get back to the song. So yeah, so in the right hand, so all I'm going to show you is the short part of the right hand for the horn section. So it goes A, D, E. And then the next part is G, C, D. Do it for one more time. A, D, E. And next section, G, C, D. And there you have it, guys. So work on that, guys. Work on playing like the main melody tune with the actual song, with the left hand part, and then try and play the brass part, the horn section part separately as well alongside with the song. So I hope you've gotten something out of this tutorial, and I'll see you soon. So I hope you have enjoyed my review of this soundtrack from Hans Zimmer, and I hope it's kind of challenged you to kind of dissect this music for yourself and see what you like or what you don't like and how the music works alongside the film. And I hope to review much more films, also a tutorial showing you how to play parts of the soundtrack as well. All the best, and I'll see you soon.